excellent leader, they say, raises the bar and inspires others in achieving the most that is possible.
Allah, your godfather, let's get. Whoa, the ball stuck. Oh, no. Sorry, sir. Just decorating, normal. It's right. I was saying you should have gone with my head of bonding. So that it will be different. So that will be fascinating. Okay, sit down. No. Okay.
Very senior officers, we can see 23rd Chief of Army Staff
Okay.
in these very new insignia as Chief of Army Staff. At this point, he presents the command flag to the new Chief of Army Staff.
You have to change seats. Okay. Yes.
I want to still appreciate the Commander Gas Brigade and his team for the series of projects embarked upon that have just been commissioned by me today. As part of my appreciation to the Gas Brigade Commander and his team, I want to greatly applaud
Leadership is said to be the arrow that points to the future of any nation or organization. In the last 1 year, the current Chief of Army Staff, Nigerian Army, Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja, has been committed to changing the face of the Nigerian Army. When he assumed duty, he inherited the need to reinvigorate the Nigerian Army Aviation Wing. In the last 1 year, the Chief of Army Staff has personally pursued the realization of this dream. This Thursday in Abuja, the Nigerian Army took delivery of the first batch of new aircrafts. The aircraft Bell UH-1H were formally received by the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja. Receiving the aircraft, the Army Chief noted that a renewed drive to establish the Nigerian Army Aviation Wing was conceived by previous service chiefs. In line with one of the pillars of his command philosophy, which is sound administration and personnel welfare, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja, has introduced a new welfare initiative to help soldiers after service. The new welfare scheme, which is affordable home ownership option for all soldiers, was unveiled at the first quarter Chief of Army Staff Conference in Abuja. Staff Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja gave his remarks, which includes the state of the remains of the late officer.
Yes. That you are committed just like you have alluded here. And it's almost the same situation is bringing what the solution to your parents coming to just on the same issue.
It's okay.
Like I have said over and over again, that to manage any crisis or conflict situation, it has to be a delicate balance of three major actors of the government, the people, and the military. The military is meant to create an enabling environment for other elements of national power to come into play, be it political in terms of dialogue, be it developmental in terms of provision of jobs, construction of roads, and what have you. The military has been on the plateau for some time. And so we need the appearance of other elements of national power to bring a lasting and sustainable peace to plateau. We have said this, we are discussing with other critical stakeholders to ensure that that is done. We cannot rule out flashes, occurrence of conflict, but the response of the military is what matters. What happened in Mangu on 23rd, 24th of January was contained quickly and localized in this community. So I want to commend the troops for that. But regardless of that, our focus is that there will be a zero incidence of violence. And that is why we have surged more troops. We have brought in more combat enablers and logistics to ensure that we have boots on the ground. We have presence in the population domain to ensure that people can live at peace and go about their lawful businesses.
Sir, there is an allegation by some individuals that some officers or troops here are compromising.
The governor, in his address to the media this morning, repudiated that, even though he was one of those who made such allegation. And I've said it, that the troops, the composition of the troops is such that it's a mixture of the entire Nigerian society. We don't look at faces when we are deploying our troops. We don't ask of their religion. We don't ask of where they come from. So if you ask people here, some of them are from this community, but they've joined the army. Do you expect somebody that is from this community to hate militias that have come to invade this community? I doubt if that is reasonable. So those allegations are unfounded. They are rumor as far as I'm concerned. We have investigated, but we will leave our channels open so that in the event that lawful citizens, law-abiding citizens have complaints about the conduct of our troops, they can channel them to us and we investigate and take appropriate action.
Thank you very much.
Excuse me.